Bill Belichick is not welcome in the AFC West.
I'm not telling anybody nobody else died ever again. Like, that's never happening with me.
Absolutely, always pre-shower poop.
I got a bone to pick with the Kelseys, though.
Okay.
I got a bone to pick.
Okay.
Apparently, to both of them, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
No, Travis, Jason, what's wrong with you guys?
Here we go. Hey, hold my beer.
Rage Beef Jerky is a sponsor of the Chubby Buddies podcast, and we are here to tell you all about how you can get it. You can get that sweet meat. You can get it online. You can get it in a store. You can get it in 5 states across 400 plus locations with a discounted price if you get it online, though. What's that discount, Josh?
That discount's Chubby, Chubby.
Going to www.ragebeefjerky.com. And if you live in either Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Arkansas, or Missouri, you can grab that in one of the 400 plus locations. But if not, if you see Joshua right there eating one of those meat sticks,
that's so good.
Is that your favorite flavor in meat stick too?
Oh, by far, man. This is. I bit into this right before we started, and I was like, "Oh, let's go." Oh yeah, they've captured something wonderful.
They did something different with the casing, and I kind of want to know what it is. Like, it's like
whatever
the
they did,
casing.
It's amazing. Oh, it's so perfect.
It's like a rice casing, maybe.
Bo, Devin, you've done it again. Seriously, keep it up. This is incredible. This is what
another
a meat stick should taste like.
If you want to get a chance, or if you want a chance to get your hands on some of the meat sticks, listen up. You have a chance. Today is the last episode, or this episode that you were listening to is the last chance you have to either comment on this YouTube video, comment on our Facebook post, or our Instagram post for a chance to win a $50 giveaway for our 50th episode that Josh and I have so proudly put together. So if you comment either something about Rage, let us know your favorite flavor, or you can let us know about HCW. Tell us something a little bit what you like about HCW, or you can just let us know how we're doing or how well we're not doing. That right there will get you a chance to enter for a $50 gift card. And then we will say it pretty much live on our 50th episode, which will be the next episode after this one. You don't want to miss it. Just make sure you follow us on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. You can follow us on TikTok. That'd be pretty sweet too. But comment below for your chance to win, for your chance to enter, to get a $50 Rage Beef Jerky gift card and get your hands on what Joshua there is holding, or you can get some of their beef jerky.
Look,
but for
I'm gonna tell y'all
$6.99, bro.
$6.99 for these sticks. There's 4 sticks in the bag. I've already had 2 of them. Let me be clear. You buy, what would that be? 7 or 8 of these suckers? 8 at set. Yeah. No, you could get 6. You get 6 packages of these.
One of each flavor. One of each
flavor for $50. So you comment right now on our video, on one of our posts, anything like that, somebody's going to get a chance to win $50. That is every flavor of the meat stick to you, free, from us, from the Chubby Buddies. We will,
of course, email you the gift card information and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So we'll work all that out in the back, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, all you got to do is what I said it was again. Either comment on this video or the previous 2 videos that we had before this, where we announced that we were going to do it, or comment on each episode's Facebook post or Instagram post. That's all you have to do. And make sure you're following us on Facebook if that's where you're going to comment.
3 weeks worth of content. About 3 weeks worth of content. You can comment on any of it. You can put any sort of positive comments about HCW or Rage Jerky, or positive or negative about us. We don't care. You can be mean to us. Just don't be mean to us.
And then on Facebook, all I ask that they do is tag a friend so that kind of they get the word out. Maybe they'll follow us, and then they do the same thing.
Yeah,
we'll see. That's the goal. We do have a pretty consistent follower on YouTube commenting and she's been nothing but positive. I'll have to show you that
Awesome.
later.
Woohoo.
But yeah, that is Rage Beef Jerky. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and visit them at www.ragebeefjerky.com and use that promo code Chubby, CHUBBY, for 15% off your order. And if you reach the $50 cap, that's an additional free shipping. So that's the equivalent of 1 free bag of beef jerky or 2 meat sticks.
Oh, let's go.
Rage.
All right, I'm going to try it again.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
You got to say rage.
Rage.
Get your jerky on.
Whoa.
See, that was good, right?
That gave me goosebumps.
And it was good. That was much better that time.
Well, how's Heather feeling? I know that she was a little down in the weather.
Yeah, she was gross, dude. Like she was helping helping her friend Jen, or our friend Jen, watch her kiddo, her like 6-month-old.
She's
while
another
they
kid.
pack and yeah, you didn't hear that? Jen had a second baby. Yeah, Jen had another baby. Little Millie, she's so cute. She's a
Billy.
sweet kid.
Oh, it's a girl, Billy.
Millie.
Oh, Millie. Okay,
Millie,
like Millie
Yep.
Bobby Brown.
Yep, just like it.
Okay.
But the little baby was sick, and everybody in Jen's house is sick. So I think Heather picked it up from them. So she was like, for 3 days, she was just gross.
Kids.
Couldn't eat anything. Just everything out the back end kind of stuff. Just rough. Not pleasant. Felt bad for it. So
You didn't get sick, though, did you?
No, I was fine. She finally started feeling better, I think, on Tuesday. So kind of took her out the whole weekend, though.
It's that protein intake from that beef sticks.
She needed to increase it. That's the problem. She wasn't getting enough beef jerky.
But that's why you didn't get sick.
You're exactly right. It's because I don't have to deal with sickness because I just get raged. I get rage. What? No,
I get enraged if I get sick around
enraged
kids.
if I get. I mean, I get whiny when I get sick. I get the man flu real bad. So I'm gonna be honest with you.
I've only been down like a handful of times, and when I go down hard. One was allergic reaction to penicillin. The other reaction was to the flu shot. I was down for about 12 hours with that. And then the last time I was down, it was the Rona vaccine. That was the worst experience of my life.
That one kicked some butt.
I think I'd rather catch Rona.
Well,
No,
I
would
got
rather
it,
have
and it was.
So did
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Having it sucked.
All I did was
Losing
lose my sense of smell.
I lost
Just my
taste
smell.
and smell for like 3 weeks.
Not me. Just smell.
Didn't get my energy
Couldn't smell
levels
my
back
beard.
for like 2 weeks. Ugh.
Couldn't smell my beard oils or anything like that. That was about it.
Lucky
Everything
you.
else tasted the same. I wonder if that was a mental
Lucky
thing, though.
you.
Like, I knew what it was supposed to taste like, so when I bit into it, it tasted normal. Because they say when you lose your sense of smell, you're also supposed to lose your sense of taste. Or normally they do.
That's true.
But I don't recall ever losing, like, when I bit into something, it didn't taste weird. But I do know that coffee smelled disgusting after I got my smell back. And so did meat. It was weird.
Huh. It's weird.
Other than that, how have you been, bud?
Good. Man, what's been going on? Honestly, we've been working on the truck. That's kind of just always something going on. We're working on getting the funding for the vehicles, so that's just a whole process. Other than that, watching, got in some good movies, stuff like that. I went and cleaned out my office at the church.
Weird.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Got all my stuff out of there. Packed. I realized how much of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fanatic I am because I have an entire tub, and I mean like a full on, like 3 foot by, 2 foot, massive tub of all of my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle decorations and stuff like that for my office. So I
I have
have
these
one
little
tub
like
for
pewter
books and one
action
tub
figures.
for decoration.
I got the dual movie back when they redid it with Megan
Yeah.
Fox, and I got these
Yeah.
pewter action figures of all the turtles, and then the two monsters.
Bebop and Rocksteady?
Yeah, and they're like
Do you?
pewter or some sort of metal. Pretty dope.
I
And then I
got
had the masks, of course.
Heather got me, or like when Pops first came out, Pop vinyls, or you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
The
I don't
little
think so.
the little collectible figures, they're everywhere.
Pops. Is it like a bobblehead or something?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh, you're talking about the big headed things.
Yeah,
The fake
Funko Pop.
Funko Pops. Okay,
Yeah.
Funko Pop. Yeah, I sort of know what it is. I've never had one though.
When Funko Pops came out with the Ninja Turtles, I ended up over about 6 months. Heather got me, between my birthday and Christmas, she got me a collection of all of the Ninja Turtle ones. So I have all 4 of the Turtles, Shredder, Splinter, April, a Foot Soldier, Bebop and Rocksteady, Casey Jones. I've got the Turtle. I got a giant 22-inch Super Shredder based off of the Kevin Nash Shredder. It's
Oh,
it's
wow.
cool, dude. Like, I have this cool little, so I've got the whole collection of Ninja Turtle ones that they had.
So
Except for I think there's a black and there's a glow in the dark Baxter Stockman that I don't have.
is it Casey Jones with or without the mask?
With the mask. With the mask, for sure.
Dope.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
So any luck on the truck?
Yeah. No, it's like I said, it's just a slow process. It's going to be several more weeks before we've got the funding for the truck. Also, I've been playing a new video game that you're going to laugh at me. Okay, I know you always have something to say about video games and how
I just can't. I just don't get into them.
Right, but thinking about how obsessed I get about video games, I have to tell you, you should be worried for me with this new one that I'm playing.
Oh no!
It's called
Shoot out lights.
No, but it's called Starfield, and I get to play as like an astronaut. Like, I get to explore space. Like, the game starts and I'm this character, like custom character, mining on a planet. And I'm mining and I find this artifact in this mine. And when I touch it, it gives me this vision that's like extraterrestrial. It's music and lights. It's just this big visual thing. But all of a sudden, you're thrust kind of into space, like you get on a spaceship and you fly from this planet to another planet, and very quickly the whole game becomes an open world. But by open world, I mean open universe game where you are flying a ship and going around choosing how to do what you want to do. So you can.
This is like VR?
No, it's not VR. It's a console game. It's Xbox. But so like I'm playing as like my character's really high in persuasion, and I maxed out my gun abilities. So I run around basically. If I can't talk my way out of the situation, I'll blast them out. I'll blast them up. But I've already like done a corporate espionage storyline. I've taken down like a giant pirate crew. Part of the storyline has me getting powers from these artifacts as I find them, and meeting some sort of alien race that I haven't.
Is it hard to separate yourself from reality with that, or what?
No, but it's so open world that it's easy to get consumed. I've easily put 40 hours into this game.
How long have you been playing it?
A couple
40
of weeks now.
hours?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you have been, I mean, you're done at your job, so.
Well, and it's
Essentially.
holiday season. It's, you know, it's 2 hours. It's an hour or two at night, stuff like that. When it's bedtime, that I'll play.
I mean,
but
I've seen you play some games, and it's like
it's
our
fun,
number one
dude.
watched TikTok clip of me explaining to Daniel about your time with, and I always forget the name of where you shoot out the lights. I forgot the name.
Splinter Cell.
I could only imagine what it's like with space, though. Like,
Bro,
if it was VR, that'd be pretty
admit,
dope.
I am nerding out like crazy. Well, it's not VR, but it is like, it does have a first person like view, so you can like have the visual of you running through space and pointing your gun and stuff like that. So it's I gotta admit, it's really fun. First stop was Pluto. I set up an outpost there. Long live Pluto.
It is a planet.
It is. Yes, sir. Set up
The
an
farthest-
outpost, made it
It
an
is the
embassy.
farthest away. How many years would it take for you to actually get there, though?
If you were actually trying to fly to Pluto,
Like a couple lifetimes, right? Or at least a lifetime.
I think it's 90. I think it's
90 years. That's bizarre. Because it's from here to the moon, it's what?
It is 3.33 billion miles from Earth.
And from here to the moon is
It would take
333,000 miles? Or
it would take 21.5 years.
oh, that's
go to
it? I thought it
Pluto.
was going to be way longer.
At a speed of
NASCAR. Speed of NASCAR. 160 miles an hour. I don't know how fast a space shuttle goes. I can only imagine. As he's deep in thought.
sorry.
How far is the moon?
I'm looking at the map.
Is it 700?
Moon,
Is it 333 million miles or 1,000 miles?
the moon. Yeah,
I thought it was I thought it was like a repeating number. I remember that. It was like 733,000 miles.
the moon is 239,000.
It's like a 3-day trip in space shuttle.
Yeah.
I remember that from Apollo 13.
So 3-day trip versus a 21.5-year trip.
But you would probably, if you had the option to go,
No.
would you do it?
No.
Take your family with you.
No.
For real? Oh, so that's why you're doing the video game. You're like, oh, I can't go to my live. So.
Absolutely. Give me the video game. I don't.
So you're like
do
Neil deGrasse Tyson in that
100%.
thought. Like he would
100%.
never want to leave.
Yeah, I don't want to be the guy. I never wanted to be the guy going into space. I wanted to be the guy who sent the guy into space. The guy who does the problem solving to make it happen.
The Houston, we have a problem guy.
Yes, that was always my dream. Problem solving has always been what I love to do.
Only you'd have to do it in space. That's the only difference.
Exactly.
I don't want
Makes
to go.
the stakes higher. Makes the stakes higher.
Flying makes the stakes higher. I mean, space is like another level. Like that's. I don't know where I read it though. Like I read something about somebody who is outside, like when they have to wash the space shuttle when they're in space. Like I don't know who was talking about it. I think I might have heard it. Like he was trying to, like they're trying to hold on and they were doing something to clean a lens on the space shuttle. And I guess you don't see it happening, but the way that you're moving up there is so fast that your arms just are like so exhausted from holding onto the space shuttle while you're trying to get out there. And I don't even know what they call it. It's like it's not a spacewalk because you're not walking anywhere, but like they're going outside to
it's
fix
called
things.
a spacewalk. It's called a spacewalk.
Oh, it is? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But like the way he was saying is that when you're holding on for dear life, like you're actually traveling so many miles per hour, and like you're gonna wear yourself out if you're like trying to fight. So you don't want to struggle getting out.
Because remember, almost everything that's in orbit isn't staying put. It's traveling at a speed that's fast enough to keep it up in the air and off of the planet's surface.
I couldn't imagine. That's like doing
So
leg day every day.
Yeah, bro, they're spacewalking and they're holding on to a vehicle that's traveling at multiple 1,000 miles an hour. That's how boss they are.
I just don't get, like, how are you not so wore out that you, like, have to let go? 1,000 some miles an hour, bro? How many G's is that?
Well, that's the thing. It's not, you don't experience it the same way because you're not experiencing all of Earth's gravity.
But your body's going to react the same when you get back into the space shuttle.
Not the same, but you will feel it, but it'll sneak up on you because you're not using it in the way that you would normally know how to use it. You're still using it, but your normal warning signs in your head to tell you, hey, you're starting to wear out, those aren't triggering because you're not wearing your body out in the same way that you normally would on it.
I swim long enough to know that your ex is going to be tired.
Bro, that's why I said, let me solve the problems down here while they do all the experimenting up there.
So other than your game, no other craziness. I mean, that right there is pretty crazy.
No, it's been pretty good. I mean, wrapping presents, stuff like that. Went over to mom and dad's. It's ridiculous. They do what they do every year with Christmas, and this year's no different. They've got a crap ton of presents. They're still at Miss Betty's place.
Okay.
So we're not sure how it's all going to play out, but that'll be. Sorry, that'll be shifting. Probably at the New Year. Either they'll come here or something.
Speaking of which, your mom, I mean, she kind of was Inspector Gadget over the weekend. Well, last weekend. I don't even know what day it was. The bad news that I was trying to spread to BJ.
Oh, I know. Bro, dude, this was wild, man.
Dude, I've now made it concrete. Like, you know how news reporters, they have to get so many, like, proof from, like, 4 different sources?
They gotta verify evidence. They gotta verify their sources before they go reporting information. Why? Because shit like this happens, Bobby.
Dude, I don't even know the guy. That's the crazy thing. I thought I was doing... and I even talked to BJ afterwards, because I was like...
How are you not gonna tell me? You know he's my cousin, right?
But wouldn't he still be your uncle?
No, he's my cousin.
He's your cousin? Okay.
He's my cousin.
Dude, when I look at the Simmons family, like, your face does not come into my head, okay? And this is why.
That makes sense.
The whole story's jacked up. But when my sister calls me to tell me that, oh, hey, and she called me for, like, not even that reason. She called me, and then somehow down the line, she goes, oh, and hey, AJ's dad died. And I'm like, what? Okay. Like, I was like, well, I'm sure that I'll be, like, I was certain that BJ knew about it. Certain. 100% certain. So I felt guilty because I didn't say, oh, I'm going to call him, right? So, like, I was, like, trying to stay back because I don't want to tell him something that he may or may not have already, like, found out. Like, that's nothing that I would ever want to be a part of. But also, like, BJ normally finds stuff out, like, ahead of time and makes a post about it on Facebook and so on. Like, BJ's close with his family. Now, and so are you, but I don't think of you as a Simmons side of the family at all.
Sure.
And I guess really to let listeners know what happened, my wife is married to BJ's cousin, Josh's cousin somehow. Your
sister is married.
Yeah.
You said your wife. You said your wife.
Oh, I did? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
My sister is married to a guy who is related to both Josh and BJ.
So I'll clarify because Bobby doesn't really understand how it works. My cousin, Terry, his son is married to BJ's sister. Terry serves a unique role in my brother's life because my brother's family tree, hangs down but then kind of comes back and roots into itself. It's real weird like that. Because Terry
so this part of the story I did not know.
Terry's not only his cousin, he's also his uncle.
Bro, this is total breaking news.
No, this isn't breaking news.
I didn't know about this part.
Terry's mom is Linda. And
I know
about
that
Linda.
part, but I'm talking about him being married to BJ's sister. Is that what you just said?
No, I said Terry's son is
Terry's
married
son.
to
Okay.
your sister.
Gotcha. I thought
Bobby.
you had said BJ's sister. My bad.
No. Terry's son, AJ, is married to your sister.
Now we're on the same page. Okay.
Yes. Terry is the one who apparently died, and
dude,
Bobby found this out from his sister, called BJ, and how'd that go?
Well, I called BJ thinking, hey, I wouldn't want that text, right? Like, even if it wasn't somebody that I was like close to.
I appreciate the way you approached it. I think you approached it well. I just think it's hilarious.
But I've already said, I'm not telling anybody nobody else died ever again. Like, that's never happening with me. But anyway, I called BJ to talk to him over the phone rather than me just shoot him a random text. So anyway, Billy was playing hard to get. So I got his voicemail, and instead of me leaving a voicemail, I mentally said I don't want to text him, but I know he's probably busy and he'll call me if he really wants to discuss more. So I shoot him a text. Not even 5 minutes goes by, he's calling me. Okay? He's like, wait, you mean my uncle Terry? And I said, AJ's dad. This is what I'm being told by my sister, that he had passed in his sleep the day before. He hangs up. He's like, all right, I'm going to call my mom and figure some stuff out and find out why I haven't been told yet. And then that's where he calls his mom. And then you text me. Like, nothing, I was thinking nothing of it until you texted me. And I was like, this dude is going to come up and tell me that, like, I straight up told something. And I had this weird feeling in my head. I was like, this dude's probably not dead. I was like, this dude is not dead. Because I saw your text. And I was like, why would he be texting me like this? Because I didn't think of you when I was trying to spread the news to BJ.
Gotcha.
I was like, why is this dude messaging? I was like, why is he messaging me? And why, like, I was like, this don't sound right. So I was like, okay. And then did I call you or did you call me?
I think I called you.
Okay. And then you had called me to ask me questions. And then that's when your mom had told you that she was on the other line with the guy.
Yeah. Well, when I found out about it, I called my mom. She said she tried calling Terry, calling his girlfriend, and then finally got a hold of him. And so I was like, hang on, Bobby, because I think my mom's on the phone with him, so he's not dead. So, as it turns out, miscommunication. He had gotten fairly sick, from what I understand, and was in the hospital, like, near death, but recovered and was okay.
It was not a miscommunication. Somebody, now, I don't know if you know this part.
I say miscommunication. I say somebody was communicating a lie. Recklessly, yeah, from somebody else in the family, not you, not like,
yeah, not even in the family,
right? Well, not our family, but yeah, it got wrapped up into when everything was said and done. Bobby's the one who had to eat crow on it, but it wasn't his fault, if that makes sense.
I called my sister chewing her ass out. I was like, how you gonna tell me this dude's dead and he ain't dead? And she was, and what did she do? She goes, I just found out some crazy woman on that side of the family spreading rumors saying that he died. Check this out. AJ had a funeral date and gave it to his job because he was going to take his 3 days off. Okay.
What?
Yes.
Poor AJ,
so it wasn't
man.
just,
like, that's a bit mental anguish.
And no shot to AJ. He doesn't have a good rapport with his dad anyways. So
even still,
and that's why
that's not something to put a dude through. Poor guy.
Well, AJ wasn't mad. He thought it was funny. His brother, on the other hand, I think is closer. His brother is a little bit closer to his dad, I do believe. But that's still, like, I call her chewing her out. She goes, I just found out. I was like, and you didn't think to text me? Like, to let me know or something? Like, maybe, oh, hey, I told Bobby yesterday, and she knows that I know you and BJ. I'm not going to not tell BJ.
That's funny.
Get out of here. I was livid. But from that point on, I'm never telling anybody died ever again. Never. Nope. Well, hello there.
Love it.
So yeah, I got shafted, but I called BJ. He was at a wrestling show. He was getting ready to wrestle. Could you imagine that? Getting ready for a show. So I couldn't even imagine like what he was thinking during the whole thing. I was like, dude, this dude's gonna be so pissed. But he was like, no, I get it. He's like, totally understand. Still bizarre. Still a crate. Like, how many people can you say that like that happened to?
No, that don't happen to
Just-
a lot of people, man.
Just me.
You're in a small club there, champ.
Shenanigans.
Oh, shenanigans. Great stuff. Love it.
And it's during Christmas time.
Oh.
Speaking of Christmas, like, how often are you on TikTok?
A decent amount. I'm not gonna lie. I have to put in the 123 password or 1234 password. A decent
1, 2,
every
3,
once
4
in a while.
password.
Yeah, from
I guess
like
I don't
being
know that
on there
one.
for too long. Oh,
I guess I haven't been on there that long.
Well, you can. It's probably because I have the safeguard set up, but you could set up a safeguard for like if you're on it for longer than an hour, you have to put in a password, kind of thing. So that's
Damn. 40 hours of video games, you need that password on there.
bro, it's probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Somebody else have it, not me.
Well, hey,
Lock me out.
I don't know if I shared this to you or not, but I was watching a video on there and I found it hilarious because it's 100% something that you, Jordan, and I would do. Okay. Imagine you, me, and him were like visiting your mom for like we would randomly go over there for a year, right?
Okay.
And let's just say that we always have Christmas at her house or with her or that side of the family, right? Just like the Millers do every year. Okay. They have a big Christmas bash. Okay. This family got together for a whole year. And the grandkids, and I want to say maybe the kids, every time they would go to their grandmother's house, they would choose an item to take either off her shelf or out of her house, like a small item that she wouldn't
Like
necessarily
they stole
notice.
it from grandma?
Okay, yeah, check this out. Check this out. This is why I find it amazing.
I know where this is going.
They
Oh.
took it, and then at Christmas time, every grandkid that went over there and took something had it wrapped at Christmas Day and gave it to each other as a gift in front of their grandmother.
That's
And her
good.
face was like, I have one of those. Like she was excited that they got this old ass antique plate. And she's like, I have one of those. And then they had a picture, like one of them gave them a picture of grandma and grandpa back when he was either still alive or something. And she was like, isn't that mine? And like she finally had got it after it got to that one. And like there was like 20, 25 people in this room giving gifts from her house to each other to see if grandma would catch on. And she was, I guess for a whole year, these kids did this and they would just take little things that she wouldn't notice.
That's commitment,
all year,
man. I want to do that so bad. That sounds so fun.
I couldn't imagine. Like in your mom's house, I think she would notice. Like she doesn't have too many knickknacks like in certain areas. Like it'd be hard to really take something from the house without her realizing it. That would kind of key her to go, hey, that's mine.
She'd start chewing somebody's butt for it. She'd be like, where the hell's my can opener?
Where is my salt and pepper shaker that I had up here from 1988?
It's like I had a
spice in
container that I kept all of my Taco Bell packets right up here above the stove. What'd y'all do with it?
It's kind of like Dave and his Dale Earnhardt stuff. You could get it with your dad, like 100%.
Oh,
you could take like a Dale Earnhardt car and give it to either Josh or Jordan or I in front of him and be like, I got that same car, man.
He would. Like, oh, that's cool. I want one.
And then all of a sudden it's a picture of like you and Dave at a football game. He's like, man, that's a weird gift to give somebody because that's. Oh, man. But no, like when I saw that, I was like, dude, this is something that I could 100% see like you, I, or Jordan pulling off.
I am absolutely on board with that for sure. No question. I am 100% on board.
And that's like I think they did it as like a white elephant gift type thing. But like, did you do any white elephant like parties at your church?
We did. Yeah, we do one pretty much every year with our youth group. It's a lot of fun. This year was interesting. We had a decent amount. We went and bought. We have a $10 limit, so you have to get creative finding gifts for under $10. We went and bought a bunch of like in room, like a waffle maker, like a panini press, like all sorts of like little 1-person appliances. And the
I love
kids
it.
went nuts for them. They were stealing them back and forth. They were going crazy. It was hilarious.
I love like
Man.
those panini makers or the grilled cheese makers. Those were dope.
Heck yeah, dude. Those are real good.
But what was the most, like, I guess, unique one that stood out to you? Because I can remember Mike telling us his favorite one that he ever saw somebody give somebody, and that was a signed baseball of his with his own autograph on it. You remember that?
I do. One year, it was really funny. A student came to me and Kent on Sunday before the Wednesday night and had us print off like headshots of ourselves, and we signed them, and he framed them, and he gave those away as his white elephant gift. They were autographed pictures of Kent and I.
That's dope.
It was special, bro. It was special.
Is that the best one that you've seen though, or have you given one that's like,
Oh
dude, nobody can
gosh.
beat this? I remember getting a pretty dope gift that like still probably would annoy my entire family. Was you remember when the cats, like you remember the cat commercial for Meow Mix? Meow 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 meow. Okay, they had a soundtrack come out for those cats, and I got a soundtrack of those cats on
You're kidding.
cassette. Yeah,
That's
at the church.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I could only listen to it one time, but
that's a great gift.
Or you just recording like this, like, hi and Merry Christmas.
So it wasn't a white elephant gift, but for sure the best like fun gift that I saw along those same lines was a pair of swim trunks that had thread that was dissolvable. And
yeah, I've seen those videos.
It's hilarious, bro.
You couldn't take that on a church trip, though.
No, of course not. But that's so funny. Could you imagine getting somebody with some lifeguard shorts and then making sure the thread was dissolvable?
Well, one of the better ones, kind of like along that line, is like
prank.
a swimsuit. I watched this. I think it was from like Great Britain, somewhere over there. He got his wife a one-piece bathing suit with his face. Like, no, it was his front side and his back side on it. So it was like a butt crack that was hairy and his chest was hairy, and she was wearing that bathing suit. One of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like,
that's awesome.
What woman? And he took her swimming suit out and took that one with him and be like, well, you don't have your swimming suit, so I guess you can't go swimming unless you want to use this one.
I don't know.
So she pulls it out.
Woman, no, bro. I don't know a single woman that wouldn't say, bull crap, we're going to the store, I'm buying a new swimsuit. Any woman in their right mind would not put that on. Oh, that's funny.
But it would be so funny just to see her put it on and go out there one time and just be like, I'm done. Done. Your front side or my front side, hairy, with the back side just shows about that much of the backside of your crack.
Well, I mean, if it's mine, it's going to be that much because I've got an elongated crack. We all know that.
Oh man.
Hey, y'all have made fun of me for years, and I wear belts and everything, but there ain't no hiding this plumber crack. I ain't got no butt.
I look like
I got
a
high
frog.
crack.
I look like a frog from behind. Like if you were to hold up a frog backwards, facing away from me, that's what I look like. So you done Christmas shopping?
Yes. Yeah. We're all wrapped up, thankfully.
So what was your biggest gift that like you're proud of? Doesn't have to be like, I don't want the number. I'm just saying like who did you buy for that you were like, oh, he is gonna love this or she is gonna love this?
Gosh.
This will come out after Christmas. So
yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm looking at what I got. I got Heather a bunch of little stuff. I'm not sure how much. Like she does a lot of stuff with cricket. So like I bought her so much cricket, like vinyl and stuff like that. She's gonna have vinyl for days, man. She's got so much crafty supplies. Actually, So it's not like a she's gonna love. It was a TikTok buy. It was this little thing called stickies. And does your wife have any issues with hair when she showers? Like hair
Like
all over the
falling
place?
out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so does Heather. We've got the little mushroom thing for the drain, all that stuff. She still hair everywhere.
But mine's probably my issue too, though. So.
Probably. So this is a little sticky pad that you put in your fridge, in your shower, and you like take the hairs and put them on the sticky pad, and then like a Post-it note, you just peel the pad up when you filled it up, and there's layers underneath it.
Do you want to know what I did?
Yes.
When I went to wash my beard or my hair, and like say a beard hair falls out or several hairs fall out, I tried to spell my name with my hair on the wall with my beard hair. And she was pissed.
Clip that.
But yeah,
that
I get what you're saying.
Clip that, please. Just post that on socials. Just because people need to know that that's what we're really doing in the shower. You wonder what your man is doing in the shower. Let me tell you what he's doing. He is thinking deep thoughts, and he is trying to spell his name with his beard hair. That's totally what he's doing.
Yeah, the ones that fall out. And you're taking a pre-shower poop too. Well, I am.
Absolutely,
anyway.
always pre-shower poop.
Stinking tink, shower, spell my name with my beard hair. Kind of like writing your name in your own urine in the snow. Oh.
Do you go with Bob or Bobby? Which
I tried to go with Bob, just because it was short and simple,
sure,
but I ran out of hair. Yeah. I ran out of hair, and
so
not thinking about it. Actually, it was BC almost. It was like a B and a C. It was only like yeah. So Bobby Casey is my initials. So
there you go, bro. Got to initial it. There you go.
And she didn't even notice that it was a B. Like that was the bad thing. Like she couldn't make it. She goes, "Why is your beard hair?"
There?
Well, yeah, I was gonna try to go back the next day and finish the word.
So
I wanted her to see it. Hang on.
That needs to be put with the other clip. Oh my god.
I wanted her to see it. Like I was gonna say, and I was gonna go back the next day and finish it.
So not only did you spell your name with your discarded beard hairs on the wall of the shower, but you left it there so that you could finish it the next day.
Yeah, I was gonna try to spell out my whole name, but she saw it when she got in the shower, so I was like, "Damn it."
Jamie, I pray for you daily. I love that you are willing to bear, that you're willing to do life with this man.
I was like, "Did you even see what it was?" And she goes, "Yeah, it was beard hair." I was like, I was trying to spell my name, and it was a B. But it is what it is.
Oh wow, dude!
I got her it's a pair of pajama bottoms with like socks that are built into them, so they wrap around your feet, and then you can take them off, and they fold underneath, and then you tuck them underneath.
Ooh,
that's what I got her. And then you can get a sweater that comes with gloves or mittens, I guess. It's like a sweatshirt with mittens built into it, and then you can tuck those in if you're not using them.
Same concept, yeah.
It's not a snuggie. It's like sweat pants and socks. It's like a onesie for your legs. Half onesie, half not. So pretty dope.
HCW is in action. We want to fill you in on, keep you up to date on some of the exciting things that they're doing, such as Wreck the Halls, the big event that they did in Wichita, had a great turnout, and they actually hosted a toy drive as a part of that. Those toys were delivered to the Ronald McDonald House by the CEO, Billy Simmons, and HCW's Sunflower champion, Miss Stormy Renee. So apparently that was a cool little shot. Bobby, you know who that is, Stormy Renee.
Yeah, I thought you were going to mess up there for sure.
Whoa. I don't mess up that name. I'm not thinking other versions of Stormy like you are.
Well, I mean, it was in the news.
It was a news topic. It was, anybody that followed Trump's story heard that name. So
that is a weird name. I wonder if she came up with that name before or after.
Oh, It's a good wrestler's name. And speaking of which, she is the more important Stormy anyways. Stormy Renee, the Sunflower Champion. She is awesome. Make sure you go out and see her in action if you get a chance. Such as you might get a chance at the Leavenworth Local on January 6th for their Forward Momentum show. That's their beginning of the year show. It's going to be a lot of action. Should be a lot of fun. I don't know for sure that Stormy will be there, but she may have an appearance. So, I mean, she is the Sunflower Champion after all, and champions got to show up and show that cash title, show up, show that they got that championship power. So, we'll see her there, but other things that you will get to see, one of the matches that has been announced by another podcast that is familiar with the area, the I70 Hot Tag. They announced the illustrious Ray Leon will be facing Wildcard Anaya for the main event. In fact, Ray Leon actually went live with the I70 Hot Tag and had a few things to say about that upcoming match. So if you want, jump on there, pop onto their podcast, listen to some of those comments here, some of the smack talk that Ray has to say about holding on to that title and defending his championship. So,
I don't think it's a championship.
No, it's not a championship. It's just a main event title.
It was
That's
just
right.
it was some bad
He doesn't
blood.
have a belt right now, does he?
No, it was some bad blood at the end of the last Leavenworth show that we were at, and
that's right.
he attacked his tag team partner. Well, the Empire attacked Anaya's tag team partner.
There's some beef going on in the Empire, and y'all want to stay tuned in for that. So it looks like some of this is coming to a head. So make sure you check in on that. Doors are going to open at 5 p.m. Bell rings at 6 o'clock. You can jump online, jump onto the socials, get tickets pretty much anywhere. Also, check this. Even if you can't make it to the local show, Leavenworth Local for the show, don't forget they are now on Patreon. That's right, HCW is on Patreon. So jump on there, become a subscriber, tune in, get that exclusive video content, those angles, and be able to watch the shows from the comfort of your streaming chair, like right here. Christmas lights, comfortable, can't miss out. So even if you can't make the drive to the show, make sure you check it out. That is going to be Forward Momentum, Leavenworth Local, January 6th. And then following that, there is another show, New Year's Mayhem. That's going to be the Osage Rec Center. That's January 13th. So you got the Leavenworth show on the 6th, then the following Saturday down in Wichita at the Osage Rec Center, January 13th. There's no matches have been announced for that yet. We're still waiting to hear what the card's going to be, but should be plenty more information. We got time. We're going to be dropping a few more episodes before that happens. So stay tuned in. We'll fill you in once we find out. So make sure, as always, make sure you're following them on your socials, and hit them up. Give them something nice to say. That's actually one of the ways that you can. Was it HCW or not?
It was for it's either one.
That's
so
right.
and
I
talk
thought it was
that.
for anybody. Yeah, we'll talk
It's
about
for
it.
either one.
Stay tuned in, chime in, let us know who your favorite wrestler is. Let us know which match has been your favorite. We've got some favorites. Wouldn't you say so, Bobby? Who's been one of your favorite matches to watch so far?
I would say just from listening to it and then peeking out of the curtains back and forth, I would say the ladies' ladder match was pretty insane.
Oh, see, I didn't get to watch that. I heard that was pretty dang epic.
And you can go back and rewatch the episodes that they started streaming on. So I think their first one that they actually have on Patreon is Wreck the Hall. So they don't have the ladder match on there, but yeah.
Okay.
So if you're a subscriber to their Patreon, you can go back and watch all their previous shows that they put on there.
There you go. So not only can you watch it when the event's happening, you can also watch the previous matches too. So you got access to all the old matches, catch up on the heat, catch up on the storylines, get tuned in, follow HCW Heartland Championship Wrestling. It's no place like home.
Well, hey, your Chiefs broke that losing streak.
Oh, thank goodness. They're still not looking great. I'm confident we'll make the playoffs. I don't know that we'll go deep in the playoffs. That's what I'm worried about.
but they always show up when you least expect them to.
That's true. That's true. And they're never out of the fight. It just feels like they've had some fights that they couldn't ever really get in on. Like Green Bay, it never really felt like they got back to it.
I think the least. What? Did we what?
Did we ever lead in the Green Bay game? I think Green Bay had to lead the whole game.
I don't know. I mean, that following week, you guys led in the third quarter, maybe, or early fourth quarter, and then you ended up losing with that terrible offsides penalty. Now, I mean, I didn't see the play follow through.
Well,
like, it wasn't the
too, man. Like our tackle play. Like I don't think Juwan Taylor's as bad as they make him out to be, but he's certainly not playing as good as he could be.
But if you look at it, like defenses are making offenses look terrible, and it's not that they're terrible; it's just the defenses are that good this year. It's like crazy. It's the year of the defense.
Well, I don't know that I would agree that offenses aren't terrible because some of them are terrible.
Yeah, but the Chiefs' offense certainly is not terrible. They're still
You're right, not the Chiefs, but how do you explain something like the Chargers? I mean, look at their situation, man. Like, that's an all-star roster. How are they putting up so miserable of numbers?
They don't have any
some
leadership.
Some offenses just aren't clicking, bro. I don't know what it is, but some offenses are just not clicking.
But they're losing, like, key leaders. Like, they lost their coach. They lost their GM. Their quarterback is out. So, like, there's no, like, the key leaders that win on offense are not there. Now, I don't know about the offensive coordinator, but Justin Herbert is their heartbeat. Like, he is their leader, and if he's not on the field, just like with Drew Brees, when he wasn't on the field, they did not partake in the game as well as they did when he was on the field. Patrick Mahomes, they got lucky having a quarterback that knew how to lead as a backup also. With your guys' quarterback, you guys had the past, 4 seasons before that?
So
3 seasons?
When you talk about Drew Brees, do you mean like the 1 year he played for the Chargers?
No, I'm talking about when he played for the New Orleans Saints. Like, his leadership was the heartbeat of that offense. If he was on the field, when he's on the field, you're certain that the offense is going to click. When he's off the field, you don't know, and it showed. Especially when you had Jameis Winston as his backup. It's like, oh man, this is going to get bad.
So what then? Okay, so what then do you think? How do you think things play out now with the Chargers? With everybody gone?
Ooh. Hopefully you keep Keenan. I mean, Keenan Allen's been in the game how long now? 15 seasons?
Not a long time, but...
Really? I thought he's been there a while.
No, not that long.
It seems like forever. He was
6
there
or
with
7, maybe.
Rivers. I thought he was there with Rivers.
No.
And Rivers has been gone at least 5.
You're going to kill me. How long has Rivers has been gone? 5, yeah.
Yeah. So, Keenan Allen, career
He's been playing 6 or 7 years.
It seems like longer. 2013, 10 years. 2013.
10 years? Really?
Yes. I thought it was longer than that. I mean, I was off by 15 for sure. But
see, like, I wasn't giving him enough credit. I thought it was only 6 or 7.
And then before that, you had Antonio Gates, who was like, I mean, that team just, I mean, they've always had talent. It's just like the Cowboys. They have a talented team, but nothing to show for it in the end.
So, okay, so if the roster, I mean, if everything's cleared out, who do they hire?
Come on, man.
No.
You know that division's going to get hard as shit now.
No. If he comes here, I will riot. Do you hear me?
That's the good thing.
Bill Belichick is not welcome in the AFC West. Go away, Bill. We don't want you here. It's already too crowded with greatness. Find somewhere else to coach.
Okay, so since we all know that your voice won't be heard in this whole situation, what's the likelihood that he's going to that team, in your opinion? Honest opinion.
I don't think they can afford him.
You don't think they can afford him?
I say that. I haven't even looked at their contract situation. I don't know where they'd be at. But Belichick's worth a lot, dude. as a coach. And I'm not sure Belichick wants to come over here and fight 2 rounds with Andy, 2 rounds with Sean Payton.
I don't think he's worried about Sean Payton at all.
I don't think so either, but I think he'd rather go into a division where he can come out leading right out of the gate, not fighting his way up with a team.
Like you said, they have a talented team. With that quarterback, with a Bill Belichick as a coach, they could do it. Just saying. What other team is there for him? Maybe the Bears, but I don't see him going up north.
Gosh, could you imagine if the Bears finally did something right? If they hired a coach
but how right would it be if...
Bro, it's Bill Belichick.
I mean, that'd be...
He will finally
Who was the last good coach that everybody
for.
thought was going to be good? Matt Nagy? Was it Nagy that they had as like the... He was supposed to be their savior, Lord and Savior or something like that?
Nagy was there, but he came from Andy Reid and then went back to Andy Reid, so... I could see Belichick going to the Bears.
Didn't he also coach?
With that. I'd much rather him go there than the Chargers.
I see him going to the...
Let's be clear about that.
I see him going to the Chargers before the Bears because of the quarterback situation.
But see, I disagree. I think Justin Fields is solid. I think a lot can be done there. I think even if you don't, look at what the Bears have for a draft pick. Why wouldn't Belichick go there? Why wouldn't Belichick
number
go
one
there?
Draft pick. I don't know.
So why wouldn't Belichick go there?
Cold as shit. Well, I guess he's used to the cold. I mean, I don't know. I think he wants that one last hurrah.
Yeah, I don't want to see him win anything else. He's won enough, in my opinion. But
he's one of the greatest coaches that will ever have coached the game.
Oh,
ever.
I think you could truly put him. I don't like doing it, but I think you can put him probably above Tom Lane or
Are you trying to say the Dolphins coach?
No.
The old Dolphins coach?
Yeah, Tom Landry.
With the most wins?
Yeah, Tom Landry.
Tom Landry wasn't a Dolphins coach. He was a Cowboys coach. You're talking about the old Dolphins coach. Tom Landry wasn't a Dolphins coach, though.
I was still thinking of Tom Landry, though. Because Tom Landry was a good coach. I wouldn't put him above freaking... Oh, come on.
Marty Schottenheimer? No.
Dolphins I'd put him way above
coach.
Schottenheimer. I wouldn't put him above
Don Shula.
I'd put him above Shula.
He's going to be nowhere near Shula's winning wins. Don Shula's got the most wins more than any NFL coach. With one Super Bowl. That's the difference between him and Belichick.
Who
Shula has the most wins. Shula wins. Don Shula has 347 career victories and 328 regular season victories.
Here's what I'd say. Belichick, truthfully, the name has to be thrown up there, even as high as probably Lombardi, when it comes to greatness of coaching.
Yeah.
It's got to go like Vince Lombardi, Bill Belichick. I think Andy Reid's up there. I think,
Shula's number one with 347, and Belichick is second with 331. So he's got...
I don't think
he's old too.
People, at least I certainly don't put Shula as my top coach of all time. I would put Lombardi as my top coach of all time.
Yeah, you could also argue Andy Reid's in the argument for what he's done. I mean,
I would agree.
He's the first coach.
Reid, I would say
he's the
Belichick
first coach to do what he's done with two franchises.
Yeah.
Then Tom Landry. Tom Landry is he's got 3 Super Bowls.
Yep,
so
Landry's way up there.
And then you also have John Madden. John Madden did something that nobody's. I don't think did he ever play a down of football? I don't think he did. He was always. I think he was always a coach.
I was pretty sure Madden played football.
I didn't think he was.
Now I gotta look.
John Madden. Yeah. That's why I asked. Play football.
He did play at Cal Poly. And he never
baseball
played
in late 50s.
He played it in college, but not pro, apparently.
But he was one of the smartest guys, and he brought he put the Raiders really on the map where they started fantasy football. That was crazy. Did you watch that 30 for 30? That was dope.
Mm-mm.
It's pretty good. Just how they started fantasy football. It started in Oakland when they were just
really?
terrible. Like the ownership started fantasy football because they knew that they were like terrible, so they wanted to make the season fun again. So that's how they came up with it.
Dang.
It was pretty cool.
That's wild.
I want to watch that Reggie White doc. That looks really good. I still need to get on ESPN Plus and watch that. It'll be really good. I tagged you in it on Facebook, but I didn't know if you had saw that.
I have not seen that.
But if you look at other coaching jobs, like the ones that are like available right now, you have obviously the Chargers spot, you have the Bears spot, the one that everybody's the Raiders spot is also going to be available.
Yeah, Raiders is. Although, do you think there's any interest in giving the current guy, the interim guy, full?
I don't know. I mean, if you have Bill Belichick as your option and you know you can afford him, why would you not? So I wouldn't say that isn't a possibility, of course. But who are you going to take over Bill Belichick? If you can have either one.
That's the other thing that's terrifying. There are 2 coaching jobs open in the AFC West, and Bill Belichick is searching. That's not good, bro.
Another one that could come available.
Bill Belichick, you are not welcome in the AFC West. Go somewhere else.
Okay, so say that he did come to the AFC West. Who would you rather him coach for? Would you rather lose to the Raiders at least half the season, or would you rather
Chargers?
Okay,
Chargers.
So
I swear,
there is an upside.
If I have to hate Bill Belichick more than I already do, I can acknowledge that he's the GOAT. I've even throttled off of Tom Brady nowadays because he's not playing anymore. But if Belichick has the nerve to come and coach for the Raiders, he will forever be Darth Vader in my head. He will be supreme villain, bad guy, the worst. Ugh.
So there are upsides to him coaching for the Chargers, but
no, there are no upsides. There are no upsides.
The only upside for you is if he doesn't coach for the Raiders.
The upside is that he goes and coaches for a team outside of the AFC West.
But the other option, I think that could be a possibility, is the Atlanta Falcons, because I don't see them having a good rapport with their coach at all. I mean, they're just, it's looking pretty rough. That's an opinion.
I thought their guy was pretty young and still had a year or two before.
He's been there 3 or 4 seasons now.
Oh, has he?
He hasn't.
Okay.
I think this is his 3rd season, at least. He
came from.
He coached at Tennessee Titans. He was the offensive coordinator for them back when they had their AFC Championship run against the Chiefs, wasn't it? That was their offensive coordinator. And I mean, Ritter's just obviously not cutting it, and then their backup quarterback's not cutting it. And they went back and forth with them, and I don't see them getting a good pick either. Like, that whole division is, I think, just at 500, a 3-way tie at 500. Bizarre. But the Cowboys, I mean, like I said, I'm a Cowboys fan with the. I mean, I expect the worst from the Cowboys, but granted,
how you feeling, man?
I don't feel as bad. Like everybody, if everybody was in and healthy during that game, I would have felt way worse. But like, you should have seen how many people we lost during that game. We lost our number 1 offensive lineman, lost 2 defensive backs. I mean, it was a bad game all around. It was just like watching them play the 49ers again. Only we played the damn Bills. That was the hardest part, was that we were playing a team that wasn't the 49ers and we still lost the way we did.
Yeah.
Granted, we also lost that way against the Cardinals. But you guys lost against the Bills.
On the plus side, you're 1 for 1 in December, and that's pretty good for you guys. And the Eagles are 0-3 in the last 3 games, yeah.
And that's the only good thing for us, is that the Eagles continue to lose, and that's what's keeping us at number 1. So, as long as that happens, I mean, this week is going to be... We have, like, the hardest schedule in that division for the last part of the season. We have the Eagles this week.
Oof.
And then we play... who is it? No, we already played the Lions, I think. Maybe it is the Lions after that. Shenanigans. Either way, it's just not a good part of the season. Like, this is the worst time that you could be losing, and you're losing to teams that, I mean, they're just not, like, they're good teams.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we lose to the Dolphins.
I could see that happening.
But apparently they have several people out of the Dolphins. Like, Tyreek Hill, I think, is out.
You guys have a pretty good run into the, well, if you can beat the Eagles, you'll have the tiebreaker. If you can beat the Eagles, you'll have the...
We did beat the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
We slaughtered the
again,
Eagles.
Right?
No, that was our second game. We slaughtered them.
Oh, okay. That was right. Sorry,
that was their first loss of December.
That's right.
Was to the Eagles.
So who do you have left to play then?
The Dolphins, and I want to say, I think it's the Lions. So the Dolphins and the Lions. And I don't know who their third team is. Dolphins is this week.
Dolphins
You'd have to
this
look
week,
it up.
Lions, and then the Commanders.
Yep. So our hardest 3 games are going on this week, next week, and the week after. It's the division game. Washington's not a good, talented team. It's a division game. It's still going to be a hard game.
Yep. Rivalry. Dang. That's a rough one, dude. It always seems to go hard for the Cowboys in December. I don't know why.
I mean, it is what it is. But like I said, my expectations aren't set high, so I can't be bad about it.
Fair enough. Cowboys are going to be the Cowboys, right?
Facts. Did you see the rule changes that they're trying to make? I was listening to it on the New Heights. Well, I just didn't know if you saw it or heard it, I guess. But they're making changes again to the kickoff. Like, I don't know what changes you can make to a kickoff now at this point without getting rid of it. Seriously. It's a pointless play right now.
What are they changing?
Well, no, that's the thing. They're not giving details out, but like, what else?
Gotcha.
What else can you change to make it a great question.
Safer? It's already Frankenstein enough.
You're going to have to either cut your losses with the.
Did they go ahead and decide to get rid of the tush push? Are they banning that?
No,
one?
they're not. They're not. From what they said on New Heights and also what I read, they're not making it against. They're not going to ban it, but they're going to make adjustments to it where it's a more, I guess, it's probably going to have something to do with how many people either have to be on the line or who can be behind a certain point, like on the center and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
They're going to make adjustments to it to where it's still going to be allowed, but it's going to be, I guess, more fair in their eyes. I mean, I don't know. And then the other one was the hip drop tackles. Like,
yes,
you can't
avoid. Tackles are going away.
Yeah, but how can you avoid that? How many times do you see that in an NFL game?
It's a style of tackling that they'll just have to train it out. There'll be plenty of penalties for it. There'll be plenty of complaining about it, but they'll train it out. And they're right. It's a bad form of tackling. It's lazy tackling.
Yeah, but when you got people like Derrick Henry and you can't take him down, that's the only way you're getting him down. There's going to be a lot more touchdowns. When they get rid of that, I bet you the touchdown percentages go up by at least 20, 30%.
Oh, for sure. For sure. If you can't take them
Derrick
down,
Henry,
you ain't taking them down.
Somebody's breaking a touchdown record in the next few years with that.
Bet.
But what's the penalty going to be? Is that going to be like almost like a pass interference, but like a running interference?
I would imagine similar to like a horse collar.
Yeah, 15 yards or so personal foul.
Yeah, they'll treat it like that would be my guess.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the only question that I had was how are you going to change the kickoff any more than you already have?
That is a great question because it's already so radically different. You remember that when we were kids, it was kick the ball off. If it lands past the end zone, it's a touchback. If your player catches it, he can run it. He can either fair catch it, and it's where the ball is, or if he's in the end zone, it's at the 20, and then he could run it out from there. They would do the wedge block. I mean, man, now it's not like that at all.
It's bizarre. Like,
yeah.
The only thing that I can remember that we didn't do as kids was a field goal. We would always go for 2 just because that age group we weren't like maybe we weren't.
I don't think any of us could kick. We could,
and our team wasn't that great in grade school.
No, we weren't. The Blue Hawks.
We had a lot of heart. We had a lot of heart. Our heart was right there.
We were the poor white kids. We were the poor white kids.
We were the Bad News Bears.
Yep, that was us.
Bad News Bears of
The
football.
Blue Hawks, baby.
Or the, I don't know, any bad sports team you can think of, that's who we were as Blue Hawks. But we had a ton of heart, and our coach was the best. Like, he was one of the best coaches that I could remember.
Nay, Victoria, baby.
Coach Barnes. Crazy.
Love that, man.
But in other news, oh yeah, shout out Coach Barnes. I wonder if he's still alive. I haven't seen anything about him. But he used to do the stats or the commentating for the HCC Blue Hawks, the basketball games. That's where I used to always see him when we go to those games. So, you've been watching any new movies or anything like that?
I have.
What'd you watch?
Well, it's funny because we talked about it a little bit, so I think you've watched it too. But Reacher?
I started the first 2 episodes. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah,
third episode comes out this week.
There's 3
Third
episodes
episode comes
out already.
Yeah, that one came out. I think whatever day it released this week. That was the third episode. They released 2 on the release day.
Oh, okay. Well, I've already watched the first 3, and they were fantastic.
A total different storyline. Like, if you didn't watch the first season,
if you watch the first one, it references this group that season 2 is about, and you get to see kind of the relationships, the dynamics explored quite a bit more. It's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, I had to rewatch season 1 because I watched half of it and then I stopped and then I started it again 10 minutes in. I was like, I'm already lost, so I have to rewatch it. So I did that and then watched episode 2. It's really good.
Reacher's really good. Lots of good action. Alan Richardson is a phenomenal actor. I really like him.
It's kind of like watching Zach, the one that did Ted Lasso. Like, you wouldn't expect that type of acting
Jason
from
Sudeikis, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's not something that you would expect them to do,
He's
but
a
they kill it.
comedian. You expect the comedy. You don't expect him to be able to nail heartfelt so well.
And same goes for
does.
Reacher. Like, him being in Blue Mountain State, like, blew my mind when he did this. Like, because you don't expect not the partier and the dummy.
I look at him and I could see the action. I can see the action star. What I think he does really well is the depth of character underneath the action that one's not focused on nearly enough, and you're absolutely right. Seeing that dude in Blue Mountain State and then seeing him go to this, huge transition.
Yeah.
But
and then he was
it shows
a
you
Teenage
how much
Mutant
he's
Ninja Turtle
developed as
too,
an actor. Yes, he was. But his experience doing that was awful, from what I understand.
Yeah,
Michael Bay's
was he Raphael?
Turtles movies. Yeah, he was Raphael. Michael Bay's Turtles movies had all sorts of controversy around them.
And I get it, but like the way that he's portrayed as like Reacher in the books was not Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise did it well. He made himself appear to be big the way that he played his role.
He created the visuals, but Tom Cruise is not Jack Reacher. Alan Richardson looks like 100%. Jack Reacher
that's what you picture when you listen to somebody talk about Jack Reacher.
6'4", 220, built like a brick house. That's
like that
Alan
first scene
Richardson,
in the first one was dope, where he kicks that car and the airbag.
Yep.
What does he think he's gonna do?
The opening scene, if you've seen the trailer for season 2, it shows him rescuing a woman who's being carjacked. She's at an ATM pulling cash out, and that's like one of the opening scenes of of season 2, and it just showcases just what a freaking like badass this guy is. Like, truly.
And I like how they portrayed that into what the movie had him, like going into like a Goodwill type store and getting clothes every time that he went to.
Funny.
And he's like, "Hey, I need a new coat."
He's like, "I need
What's
a new
wrong with
coat.
that one?
What's wrong with the one you just got?
Blood
on it."
Like, if you think about it, like in the Jack Reacher probably wouldn't care, but it's still made for the comical relief on that.
It was a good line.
I got a bone to pick with the Kelseys, though.
Okay.
I got a bone to pick.
Okay.
Apparently, to both of them, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
No, Travis, Jason, what's wrong with you guys? For real?
Here's my rebuttal. How is it not a Christmas movie? Like,
that
just
is a
because there's
great
explosions.
You know, I'm dealing.
If it's the
I'm dealing
explosions,
with the
it's not it.
same nonsense. I'm dealing with the same nonsense from Cy, one of the pastors that I'm gonna go help start the church with. Like he and I'm pretty sure, not Cy, Monica, his wife. He and I'm pretty sure both believe it is a Christmas movie. Monica, on the other hand, does not believe it is a Christmas movie. And I'm like, what more evidence do you need? It takes place at Christmas time. They say Merry Christmas all throughout the movie. There's Christmas lights. There's a Christmas party.
There's a Santa, a dead one.
Yeah. Like,
he dresses
what
him
more
up.
do you need as proof
Die
that
Hard
it's a
2,
Christmas movie?
Die Hard 2 alone is 100% the biggest of them all Christmas movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's Christmas.
Die Hard 3
and he rips up the
is
ticket.
not a Christmas movie. I'll
100%.
give you that.
100%.
Not a
Die
Christmas
Hard
movie.
1,
Die Hard
Christmas.
3.
He says
But
ho,
1
ho,
and
ho
2,
in the movie.
Absolutely Christmas movies.
But that's my rebuttal. Like, tell me how it is not a Christmas. Is it because they don't open presents in the movie? Is it because they don't have they have a Christmas tree?
It doesn't have a feel-good, happy ending to it. That's what they're mad about. It's because John McClane doesn't get back with his wife and open presents.
Well, that one he does.
He doesn't get back with his wife. They
go home together.
Well,
she punches out the reporter, and then they go home together. The second one, he waits for her to get on the plane because she's coming to New York to visit him.
Oh yeah, that is right. That is right.
Yeah. The third one, they're not together at all.
That's right.
So that's my rebuttal to them. How is it not a Christmas movie? Then you can try to change my mind of how it's not.
It brings the family back together.
I like the guy's argument. Like, I think I shared it with you, and then you shared it with me. Was that guy's argument about Home Alone? If Die Hard's not a Christmas movie, then neither is Home Alone.
Absolutely, exactly.
It's the exact same movie.
Not qualify as a Christmas movie,
but for a kid.
Exactly. It's Die Hard for kids.
No death. There is law breaking, but there's no death. That's the only difference.
Yep. Fair enough.
But that was my bone that I had to pick because I was like, what? But I am excited about Beverly Hills Cop coming to Netflix, the third one.
Dude,
I think it could be good.
I saw the
fourth
trailer for
one.
that. I am so excited. I'm going to knock down this tree. I am so excited.
I thought that the other cop was dead in real life. Like,
who, Judge
the
Reinhold?
one that played... No. No. That's the skinny one that's been in 1, 2, and 3. The other one that was only in 1 and 2.
Taggart. Yeah, Taggart.
Yes. I thought he was dead. Like, that's why I thought that he wasn't in the third one.
Yeah.
The third one was, like, terrible. I didn't like it. It was too cheesy. I just didn't like it. The fourth one, I think, is going to be great.
No trash talking any of the Beverly Hills Cops. They're all great movies.
Even the third one.
Shh. I'm not ready to acknowledge it. I'm working my way back through them. I haven't watched them in a while. I watched the first one like a couple of nights ago. It was so wonderful. But I saw that trailer and I was like, yes! Let's
And it's coming to Netflix.
Did
you watch this Christmas movie?
No, I did not.
Jimmy liked it.
Was it good?
Candy Cane Lane, I think is what it's called.
Mom recommended the oh, I have to tell you this one. This is hilarious. There's a Ludacris and Lil Rel Howard have
you told me about that
Disney Plus. And mom, you know how she is. She first off, she goes, "Did you know that the guy who wrote Get Out is in this Disney Christmas movie?" And I was like, "Really? Jordan Peele's in there?" And she goes, "Yeah." I'm looking all through the IMDb. Jordan Peele's not in this. He didn't write this movie. He's not involved at all. Lil Rel Howard is in the movie, and he was also in Get Out. That's the only association she has with it.
Is that the same guy that played the African king in Ted Lasso? Is that the same guy?
No.
It's not? He looks just like the guy that wrote Get Out? Like the guy that is in Ted Lasso looks just like the director of Get Out.
No, he doesn't.
No, the guy that plays the African King. I thought he did.
Yeah,
He
no,
has
he
a
doesn't.
list, and he also plays the cop in that Good Boys or whatever. Have you seen that on Netflix?
I have not. Suffice it to say, it was hilarious because Mom was, and then she was saying that she watched the whole movie and did not realize that Ludacris was in it.
How do you watch it? Ludacris is pretty prominent.
He's the lead. Like he's the second.
So he's like
lead.
Ice Cube and like Right Along.
Yeah, it's absolutely like Ice Cube and Right Along. She had no clue that it was Ludacris. And I'm telling you,
she's not a fan.
My mom can sing his songs, almost every one of them.
So when she said that and you saw that and you were like, "Move!"
I laughed so hard. I was like, "Are you kidding me? How did you not know that's Ludacris?" Move.
That's sad. That's like saying you didn't know Ice Cube was in Friday.
Well, and then she asked if gosh, who was it? It was Gladys Knight, because she thought she saw Gladys Knight in the movie. She goes, "Is Gladys Knight Snoop Dogg's grandma?" Because I thought I saw Gladys Knight in there, and they look similar, and I think maybe they could be related.
Gladys Knight is just as prominent as Ludacris. Like, you should know who they are.
She wasn't even saying that. She got it confused because she was like, she thought Snoop Dogg was in it because she got it confused with another movie she watched that had Snoop Dogg in it. I don't know. My mom's hilarious, man. You know how she is. But
it is what it is. But like the funny thing about your mom is that she will 100% take you on this story, and you don't know whether or not like it's the actual like she could get you to want to watch this movie by the stuff she says because she's excited to tell you, and you're like, oh, and then when you watch it, you're
nothing
like none of that happened.
None of it. It wasn't like that at all.
You clickbaited me to watch a damn movie. Like she would be like, she's like Sabrina Clickbait Miller. Like that's. I love your mom though.
So let me tell you about a story about a girl who gets lost from home. She goes on an adventure, follows a path, and meets all these crazy creatures, like a man with no brain, and there's a giant creature of the land that's the most fearsome creature in the land, yet it's afraid of everything, and a giant metal man with no heart. And they travel to this far off land. I mean, she'll get you sold on everything, and all of a sudden,
damn, that sounds like a damn good movie.
It's like, damn, what is this? Is it like a thriller or something? Has it got Liam Neeson in it? What's up? It's like, it's
man, where'd you see that? Oh, I saw it in a movie once. Man,
yeah. Or she's giving you 3 different plot lines from movies she's seen over the past 3 weeks.
How does she do with stressful movies? Like, does she get like on the edge of her? Because I remember her being in a recliner. Like, she would get her hands, but she would lock her hands and like lean forward, like on high tense movies.
If it's a really good thriller, she's into it, bro. She'll be like edge of her seat, like oh, no. Like really,
you should videotape her watching. What's that one that's on Netflix? It's okay. It's not like thriller, but it's like it builds really well, and it's a book. Leave the World Behind. Have you seen that?
Oh, okay,
dude.
No.
What?
No. I watched that stupid movie. I'm angry with that movie.
The ending?
Yes! I invested 2.5 hours of my life in that movie. Are you
But what would your mom do? What would your mom do?
She would be so pissed. She would be yelling at the top of her lungs, like, I want to find that damn director and give him a piece of my mind because this is a bunch of bull crap.
But you have to admit, like, you were like, oh my God, like this, it was like, okay, it wasn't as stressful as watching Adam Sandler's Uncut Gems.
No. It wasn't a stressful movie at all. It was just a whole bunch of build-up to a bunch of nothing.
It was realistic, though.
It was a bunch of build-up to a bunch of nothing.
It was watching
bloated.
Facebook in real life. It was watching Facebook in real life.
No, it was watching it was like watching what America the Weak would become. Not America the Strong, not the ones that actually know what they're doing, but all of the people who have no real sense of how to take care of themselves and how to interact with people. It's like watching, oh gosh, it was a nightmare. Ugh.
Okay, so did you watch the M. Night Shyamalan one with Batista?
Knock at the door? Sure did.
Yeah.
Sure
did. You enjoy it? You enjoyed it?
No.
That made me mad. Like, I was like, when I came onto the episode with you, I still don't get it. Like, I didn't get it until, like, I saw this, like, it was like a quick video.
They made it abundantly clear from the beginning. That's my point. It's bloated thematic storytelling that doesn't offer solutions. It doesn't offer
Did you read
anything.
the book? Did you read the book of Leave the World Behind? I wonder if there's going to be a part 2.
I mean, they could, but good lot. Like 2.5 hours, bro. That was boring.
You would watch it.
No. I already put in 2.5 hours. It was terrible.
You might as well finish the other hour and a half.
What are you talking about?
If they make a part 2 of this, an hour and a half?
No, absolutely not. No.
They can't be the dumbest movie you've ever seen, right?
It's not the dumbest, but you can't tell me that somebody sitting in a room wrote that ending and thought, this is totally going to win me an award. And not, I'm leaving every single person watching this movie a big giant middle finger right here.
Kevin Bacon was good in it.
Kevin Bacon barely got any screen time. Give that man another 30 minutes explaining how everything's falling apart and what they're going to have to do, and that movie might get more interesting. But his little 5-minute rant at the end is all we got really to give any dialogue and depth to it. And, I mean, bro, what we really got was an angsty teenager who never really had to or an angsty 20-something, I guess, who never really had to deal with any consequences of her life. She was just a spoiled brat. 2 kids who clearly have it too good but are basically neglected. A mom who's clearly, like, neurotic about everything. She's the real villain of the story. Like, she's racist and hateful and... Like, I'm half tempted to believe that she caused the whole thing and then went out. I don't know. It's weird.
So you're trying to put like an ending twist to it, to your own story there?
It's something to make more sense than the kids sitting down and watching Friends.
Oh, that was dumb. Like, that had to have been added at the end. Like, they definitely, okay, we're going to make this show Friends.
No, it's a character movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's showing you how it's a type of film that drives me nuts, and it's a snapshot of a transition. Is the whole point of the film. It's showing you life used to be like this, and now it's like this, and we're getting a front row seat to a specific subset of characters and their transition. So we're seeing who the husband becomes after everything changes. We're seeing who the wife becomes after everything changes. We're seeing who the kids become after everything changes.
That's one I didn't get was with the son. That was bizarre. That was weird as crap.
The son,
like, why did that happen to him and not nobody else?
Yeah,
that was
stupid.
Sound
thing.
That was stupid.
That made no sense. Like, it felt like they couldn't ever decide on where they wanted to go with the story, and so it didn't really go anywhere.
It probably started like before the writer's strike and then like got just thrown together at the end.
No. Again, it's intentional. It's a character. The story you might think is about the end of the world. It's not. The story is about these characters. The setting is the end of the world, or the transition of
what could be the end of the world.
Yeah. So
I watched it. Was I happy with it? No, I was not. That was the
It
dumbest
was
ending.
crap.
One of the dumbest endings I've ever seen to a movie. But like, they could have done so much stuff with it, because like I was like waiting the whole time for something like big to happen.
Same. And it kept building well, and I kept thinking to myself, okay, we're getting
building,
somewhere.
great building.
We're getting something.
Great
What are we
building.
going to do with these deer? This is going to be good. How
That
are we
was wild.
going to make these deer menacing? Because the
What's
flash
this
of the
red paper
eyes,
falling?
great
Yeah.
visual. Absolutely. You've got
The red
visuals.
paper.
And then even the added explanation of it being Korea in one place and
Russia in
Middle
another.
Eastern in another, and Russia in another. That's intriguing. That's cool. Give me more to that and less of just the slow trickle development character plot. Boring.
Yeah. I'll give it to Julia Roberts. She played a psychotic woman really well.
She played her character very well. I hated her. There really wasn't. Mainly, the main guy was about the only, not Ethan Hawke's character.
Yeah,
I love
the
Ethan
house
Hawke,
owner.
but
The house owner.
yeah, the house owner. He's
I didn't get
Mahershala Ali. Mahershala?
Yeah.
No, not. Is it Mahershala?
It's something.
Yeah,
I didn't
Mahershala.
get the whole daughter thing at first when I started like really like watching it.
Did you
Like I
think that
thought
was
it was his
girlfriend
wife
or something?
at first. I thought it was his wife at the beginning.
I did
Like,
too. I did too. And then you're watching it and you're like, oh, okay, no, that's his daughter. But like the way she behaves and the way she talks is like real crass, and like I get like her distrust and distaste for Julia Roberts makes sense. Totally get it. But then she kind of goes after everybody else for no good reason. And like just kind of like she like the thing she does with Ethan Hawke is weird. And then then she comes
Telling
to like
her dad.
Yeah, and then like
he wanted
just
to have sex with
trash. Yeah, like all the trash out of the table. It's like what was the point of that? Like, so
she pretty much was doing what they said that the other countries were doing, pretty much, but in that group of people.
Yeah, it
was wild.
There was plenty in the story that was just kind of like, not a fan.
They could have been way better than that, though. Like it had me going. It had me going the whole time.
It definitely had good elements. I'm not going to say that the movie was bad. The acting was good. The storyline, the way it developed, was not satisfying to me.
It was just,
but the way it builds,
like
the tension it creates, all a lot of fun. All really well done. The acting's all really well done. You know, great acting from pretty much everybody in the thing. But yeah, just all sorts of tense moments that it builds off of. And it's super long. It's really, really long. 2.5 hours. So,
I mean, the worst case scenario, it could have been longer. Like, and I was mad at the end. So I was like, well, I'm never getting that time
I would have taken another 30 minutes if they would have given me a better ending. Seriously, show Kevin Bacon murdering some people, or
or give us a reason like why it all happened before you.
Give us something. Give us some sort of news report, or
who cares about the season finale of Friends? Get out of here.
I was gonna say that's the thing. Like of all the things, we weren't connecting. I certainly wasn't connecting with the little girl. Why was that the ending that they chose to focus on? Her getting her fulfillment, her not, like, what was it she says? I'm not waiting anymore.
I'm finished waiting. Or I'm done waiting.
Yeah, something like that. I'm taking what I want, or something like that, or I'm doing, But
it was just weird. But it's over with. Don't have to watch it.
There's other good stuff out there. Find some other stuff to watch. Like
rewatch
I'll be
Ted
home
Lasso
for Christmas. Yep, rewatch Ted Lasso. Watch you a good Christmas movie. Elf's out there. Watch you some Will Ferrell Elf. That's always a classic.
Yeah, this is being recorded the Friday before Christmas. So, but I think that's episode 49, buddy.
In the books, baby.
Episode 49. This is your last chance at getting that giveaway. for the $50 Rage Beef Jerky gift card. So make sure you're subscribed to us right here on YouTube or over on Facebook. Leave a comment on our post when we post about this episode or the previous episodes, or leave a comment right here on YouTube. Hit that like button. Tag a friend. Get you some jerky.
Share the Chubby Buddy love, y'all. We love you.
I love you.
I love you, Bobby. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.